Miami Plaza. We're not city boys.
What? What?
No, I swear to God.
Alright,
What is up? So I've been wanting to tell this Benadryl story that is really recent for like the longest, and I've been trying to film it, but I just keep messing up. And right now, I was gonna tell it right now, but my phone is at 24%, and I don't know, I just don't feel comfortable with that. So I figured I might as well just tell a different story, and one that is like easier to tell. Cause the reason I've been not been able to film the Benadryl story time yet is because so much happened. It was a 7-hour trip, and I just kept missing stuff out because it was so much happened that I just would miss things out, and then I would remember it like fucking two balls deep into the story already. So it's oh my god, it was, it's just annoying. I mean, I guess I'll just start with the first thing I ever did ever. You would think it's weed. No, it was trazodone, which my mom says is Xanax, but it's not. It's not the same thing. You can search it up. It is not. It's just an antidepressant, basically. So basically, the story time goes like this. I had a friend over, and we were fucking around, doing dumb shit. And I was just like, yo, let's get drunk. Nobody was home. We got drunk. We FaceTime a bunch of people and tell them things, and it was just so fuck, we should not have done that. It's one of those things you look back on in the middle of the night and you're why did I do that? And so yeah, we did that, and then my drunken self. Oh, one thing I should mention is that I was on an empty stomach, so I got drunk super easily, and I'm already got a high tolerance, but I was drinking hella. I think I drank two little margarita can thingies with hella vodka and then liquor, just straight out of the bottle, and wine. I drank the most though. My friend, he drank a bit, and he threw up, but he did not drink as much as me. And I was on an empty stomach, so like I said, I was even more fucked up. And then I was just you know what? I want to smoke a cigarette. I've never smoked a cigarette before. You know what? We should do it. We've been homies for a long time. You know what I mean? We should be able to say we smoked the first cigarette together. You know what I mean? So I was trying to look for it, and I couldn't find it. And I was just looking for it, and then I started getting pissed, and I was like, what the? Where's this motherfucking cigarette? And these cigarettes, and I just was like, you know what? If I don't find these cigarettes in the next 5 minutes, I'm just gonna pop a pill. I don't care what it is. I'm just gonna find one, and I'm gonna take it, and I don't care. And at that point, I didn't know. I know this was stupid. This was summer of 2019, I think. Yeah, and I didn't know that drinking on an empty stomach made you made your tolerance, just fucking lighter, and made you more of a lightweight, and that drinking on an empty stomach and taking a pill, no matter what it is just fucking stupid. It's just dumb. You just don't do that. Everybody knows that. It's not that hard. You don't have to be a genius to figure out that that's the number one rule of things you don't do. But I did not know that, and so I just get pissed. I go into my grandma's drawer, and I get a trazodone, and it's just an antidepressant, and I read it real quick, and because at least I read that, at least I took that precaution. I was like, oh, an antidepressant, that's cool. I'm depressed. So I went in, and I was gonna take two. These are 150 milligram pills, which for this, with no tolerance to this pill, is a lot. And so I didn't even know that. I just didn't even know it was a lot. I was just like one pill that like whatever. Well, I took two actually at first, and I was about to take both of them at the same time. I definitely would have had serotonin syndrome if I did that. No fucking way I would not have. That I probably did have serotonin syndrome. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But anyways, so I was about to take these two, and my friend was like, dude, like don't do that shit. Like what the dude, like, and I was just like, nah, bro, like fuck that. And he was like, he finally convinced me to just take one. Like if I'm gonna do it, at least do one. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, fine. And I put that shit back, the other one back, and I just fucking swallowed it. I didn't even hesitate. And like 5 minutes later, well, not 5 minutes later, but a couple minutes later, I just start feeling tired and like weird, and I'm like, yo, you know what? Like we had already planned on making a YouTube video, like after we were like done being fucked up. And I was like, yo, like, I'm gonna take a nap. After we're done taking a nap, if I wanna take a nap too, then we finna make that YouTube. And so I fell asleep on the couch, and he fell asleep on the other couch, but I think he didn't. He was just making like stupid Snapchat videos. And so I was on the couch sleeping, and then like an hour later, and he's like, yo, like the alarm, because we had set an alarm. I set an alarm, and he was like, yo, get up. And I was like, oh yeah, like let's make this YouTube video. And I was still like so like exhausted. And then once I get up, I'm so dead. Like I start being like really hella disoriented, and like I just lose my motor function, coordination basically. So I'm walking all sloppy, and it's not even the worst of it. Oh my God, low battery mode, shut up. Okay, good thing it didn't pause my video. But anyways, so I start being all sloppy, whatever. And then I get to the bathroom, and I tell him that, yo, I feel like shit. So he's like, go to the bathroom. And then while I was walking, I said I felt like shit. And then he told me to go to the bathroom and throw it up. And I was like, you know what? That's a good idea. So I stick my whole hand up my mouth, and I cannot throw up for the life of me. Probably because I was on an empty stomach, but I just could not throw up. And I start getting all like hella pale. And my friend, he has like no drug experience at this point at all either. So he still doesn't. So he like was freaking out. So I was getting like really pale, and I just like could barely speak. And I was just like, you know what, like I'm gonna take a nap on this bathroom floor. And he was like, no, dude, like get up, like go to your room, like lay down, like do something, but don't lie down on the floor like that. And so I get up, and he's freaking out. He calls a friend, one of our friends that like knows stuff, you know, that is just not as dumb as us. While he's calling her, he's trying to like help me get into my room, because I just can't do it on my own. And I'm like, yo, like I got this. And I try opening the doorknob to my room, and I completely miss it, slam my face on the fucking door, and like fall. Sit on my ass first, and then I just like lay down. And I didn't remember that for a really long time, but now I do remember it, because at first he had to tell me that happened for me to remember it. But anyways, that happened. And he helps me out. I lay down, and he's like freaking out, telling this girl like, yo, what do I do? Like he did this and that. And that's when she tells us like, yo, you're dumb. You did literally everything you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to drink on an empty stomach. Like, well, that's not even the worst of it, but you're not supposed to drink and pop pills at the same time, and on top of that, on an empty stomach. That's like the worst thing you can do. And so she's like, yo, just like let him lay down, like give him something to eat, have him drink a lot of water. So that's what he does. I just laid there for a really long time, just take a nap. I wasn't even able to sleep though, because one thing I forgot to mention is right before I took a nap, I drank like a whole thing of coffee. Like the whole fucking, like, I drank like half a liter of coffee. So it was like, I was dead, tired, but I just couldn't fall asleep. Like, it was the weirdest thing. And trazodone is also like a sleep aid. So it was just, they just didn't put the OT, I don't know how to say that word, but whatever, it just didn't mix. And so there I was, just feeling like shit. And he eventually, I get some bread, I eat some bread, and I'm like hella hungry. I drink hella water. I feel fine, like able to walk again. Well, I was always able to walk, but I just feel like less sick. And so I make myself some apples with peanut butter. I eat that shit. I'm still like saying stupid shit because I'm still drunk, obviously. And I feel fine. And then after I'm done eating that, I start feeling like shit again. So I go back to my room, and then like 30 minutes later, like we're just like my friend's just doing research like on what happens when you mix this and that, and like what to look out for, how to do whatever. And like eventually my dad comes in and he's like, yo, like what's up guys, like how you doing, like because he gets home and he's like, and we're like, yeah, like we're chilling. I was trying so hard. I was just like, dude, I don't know why, but when I'm around like adults, like parents, like like I just get sober, and then as soon as they leave, I'm back to being fucked up. So I was like, yeah, like we're chilling right now, like we're just listening to music, like yeah, even though we had like no music playing. And he left and he was like, all right, and we were like, fuck, yo, like damn, that was close. But anyways, after that, I feel fine. I like it just takes like a really long time. I thought I was gonna die for a little bit, but I ended up being fine. That day I took some pics. After that, I took a shower and I felt still kind of weak, but I felt fine for the most part. And so that was the first thing I ever did at the same time. And yeah, it wasn't the first time I got drunk, but it was like the second time I got drunk. And yeah, that's a little story time. I'm gonna try and get this Benadryl story out sometime soon, so bear with me, because I know like hella people are curious about it and I've told not a soul about the story. So I'll see you later. Have a safe quarantine. Bye-bye.
Take me down the place I found you laying on the floor. The chasing feel the pace we steal is changing more and more. I'll chase you down the bad days.